My next guest is one of the top light heavyweight MMA prospects in the UK, Simeon Powell, who's set to face Karl Williams in the upcoming PFL Challenger Series on February 18th. Simeon, how are you?
I'm all good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. First question out of the gate. How are you feeling ahead of this fight, and how excited are you for this one?
I'm very excited. It'll be my first international fight, so excited to go overseas and show my skills. I'm also I feel like I'm in the best shape of my career, so all ready to go.
Absolutely. And how did this opportunity to sign with the PFL come about? Was this something that happened right after your last fight, or has this been in the works for a while?
Though I got a big knockout in my last fight. Definitely opened the eyes of like a lot of people in the MMA community. But one of my coaches and good friends, Ashley Grimshaw, he basically just called my phone and he just said, "Look, there's a massive opportunity there for you," and I took it.
Nice. And let's talk about Karl Williams a little bit. What do you know about him as an opponent, and how do you feel like you match up with him?
I see he's got I've seen a couple of his fights on YouTube. He's strong. He looks like he's a strong competitor, but I feel like my skills and how I manage my range, I feel like I'll get a first round finish.
And you mentioned a little bit about your last fight with that big knockout you got. Do you feel like that kind of opened the eyes of a lot of different MMA promotions around the world that you're kind of on your way?
100%. That, and also my activity, like how active I was from I would say August 2021. I was fighting every month. So like I think that with that massive knockout at the end of the year, that definitely opened the eyes up for a lot of these promotions.
Yeah, and with the PFL specifically, there's definitely big quick turnarounds between fights. So is that definitely something that's appealing to you?
Yeah, of course. I'm an active fighter. I love to fight, so it's perfect for me.
Absolutely. And who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
Ashley Grimshaw. He's a coach at GB Top Team. He'll be in my corner. My other coach, Mickey Papas, Titan fighter, he was there originally, but he got some health issues at the moment, which stopped him from traveling. So I got a great cornerman, Ash. So all good. And
Mike Tyson, I think, is going to be on the panel for this fight. How excited are you to potentially fight in front of him?
Yeah, that's big. That is very big. Like I'm trying to impress Mike. I'm gonna try to pull something spectacular out the bag, definitely.
And what are your thoughts on PFL's format? It's kind of unique with the playoff system and the point system. What are your thoughts on that?
I like it a lot because it also gives incentives to go for finishes, and also like the fact there's a table, and I think it's the top 4 going to the playoffs, if I'm wrong. And then obviously the $1 million the prize is just crazy. Do you know what I mean?
And who are some fighters around the sport who you may take inspiration from or enjoy watching?
Obviously Anderson Silva. Like he was probably like my first like icon of the sport that I looked at. Paul Daly, Paul Semtex Daly, and a legendary UK fighter. Obviously, I'm a fan of Adesanya and John Jones, like their styles. Obviously, Conor McGregor and stuff. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of people. I take a lot of things from different people's games and their aura. Do you know what I mean? So,
how do you see Adesanya Whitaker 2 playing out this weekend?
Ooh, I think it'll be a closer fight this time, but I do think Adesanya will get the job done. Either it goes distance or I think he finishes him in like the 3rd or the 4th.
And how did you first get into MMA? What was kind of the upbringing, and was this something you've always wanted to do?
I was always into sports, so I played football over your side. I think you call it soccer. So I started with that. Played a bit of basketball, and then when I left school, like there wasn't really much going on, so I just joined the gym, and literally here we are now.
And then I heard, in addition to being a fighter, you also have a full-time job as an engineer apprentice. What is it like balancing out your job with training and all that?
It's a lot, but I'm used to it now. Like it's built character, and like it's only gonna like when I go full time with this, it's just I feel like I'm gonna progress even faster than I already have. So it's not really stressful at the moment because I can see the bigger picture.
And for the PFL fans that may not know a lot about you yet or your style, what do you want them to know about you?
I'm a finisher. I finish fights, and trust me, when you tune in, you're gonna see finishes. Trust me.
And last question from me: what's the key to getting that PFL contract next weekend?
Oh, definitely. I've got to perform, be sharp, get a great finish, and I'm sure that contract's mine.
Before we go, I'll give you the floor to shout out any sponsors you may have, your team, all that good stuff. I'll give you the final word.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my team, Team Titan. Shout out GB Top Team. Shout out Usana. Shout out Black Sheep Dispensaries. And shout out Premier BJJ. Much love, brother.
Absolutely. And Simeon, thanks again for your time. All the best next weekend. And I'm sure we'll chat again soon. Thank you so much.
Definitely. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Make sure to subscribe to the Low Kick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.